Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary finies, and hellions of all walks of life. Ah, it's been so long. We're back. We're playing One Piece. Ah!
Let's
Um,
go.
I'm so excited to be running this again. It feels too long every time 2 weeks pass. Um, as always, I'm your DM for the day, your shipmaster for the evening, Javante, alongside with my absolutely wonderful crew. Who we're going to start off with. Ryan, introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Ryan, a Red Panda Cola, and I will be playing Dreki, your large, giant person bruiser.
Rob.
Hi, my name's Rob. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing Trent Simmons, resident duelist and captain, I guess.
Paige.
Hey everyone, on page, my pronouns are she, her. I'm playing Scarlet Rebel, same pronouns, who is a merfolk martial artist who totally didn't leave everyone in the last session. It's fine.
Luke.
Hi, I'm Luke. My pronouns are he, him, and so are my character's Ren. He, as I've always saying, has never done anything wrong, and we're going to continue learning that, I'm sure.
And last but certainly not least, Ark.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ark, or Ark Like Court, and tonight I'm playing Core, or Anchor Rhodes, the chain guy.
And where last we left off, the party was in the manor of the Poneglyph uh, historian, who, after a very, very incredibly tense encounter with members of Core's old crew, had deigned to help get her to the Poneglyph tablet while also essentially using it as a way to finally go after the hunter or guillotine. Uh, with everyone also kind of establishing that probably needing the entire crew to do this and going off on their own might be a terrible, terrible idea. So, Scarlet, where are you right now?
Yeah, so with everyone starting to question and grill Ren and trying to get conversations going, Scarlet just kind of slips out the back with the right chance, and we'll head into town towards the guardhouse.
So,
Now, I don't,
Scarlet,
I don't remember where the rest of us were when Scarlet snuck off. This would not be the first time that she snuck off while Trent was around, but was this a thing that happened like away from him? Because he's kind of got half an eye on making sure that Scarlet
Um,
doesn't slip away again.
I'm pretty sure I rolled high too.
I'm pretty sure you
Yeah.
rolled high. Fair
you
enough.
rolled
Yeah,
a
I-
nat 20.
You rolled
Yeah,
high on
Okay,
stealth.
fair enough.
We were all still midway through the conversation of crews
Yeah,
and
nat
how they
20,
work
so
and
that's
everything.
26 total.
Gotcha.
And before Dreki kind of went off with Ren after he noticed something.
Yeah, we just established that Scarlet can just disappear at will at this point. Every time I make a stealth check, I roll high. So yeah, I walk off and head into town to go find my sister. Since we just found out she's at the guardhouse, we had it confirmed.
As the thing, you confirmed that she was at the guardhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlet, you've never been outside of your island.
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to give me a perception check to determine where the guardhouse is for you.
Oh yeah. I'm decent at perception. I am a monk, so I have wisdom. Even though this wasn't probably the most wise choice to do this, but it's fine. We can ignore that. That is a 17 on the die. So that is a dirty, slutty little 20.
You have a vague idea of where it is. You're probably assuming that it's near the center of the town. So
Mhm.
that's sort of where you're starting to head, kind of moving between people as they're walking by. You notice that a few of them, as you move by, are giving you a bit of a wider berth. Like as soon as they see you, they tend to scooch over more to the side.
Yeah, makes sense. In the way I look in my carrying a familiar weapon, I think she can piece together why they're wary of her as she walks through town. But yeah, she'll just start heading I think we like saw it, or at least like knew where it was generally when we were by the bar, but we didn't like
There,
go
it is.
near
It
it.
is a recognizable building as soon as you know what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Which you
I
see,
think
like,
she retraces her steps towards the bar, and then we'll go from there to try to scope out where it's at.
gotcha. Well, as you're, we'll say, snaking your way over to that location, and we're gonna cut back to the main party for a moment here. Uh, y'all were questioning Ren.
A few questions came up, but I do recall Dreki kind of motioning Ren off to the side,
That's true.
away from everybody else at the end of the last session.
Yeah, there was no, Ren just knows a lot of stuff. Like he just knows a lot of things about a lot of things. We came together very nicely as a crew at that moment.
Okay, so as they step aside, Ren says, what are you good? What's up?"
So, and he's gonna make sure his voice is like low enough where it's just the two of them being able to hear. I can tell that you know more than you're really letting on.
Uh,
Can you be upfront with me so we know what we might be getting into?
You've been upfront with me about stuff, so I used to work on that ship, the one with the two fronts.
Yeah, the two
Um,
brows.
Pretty much up to coming and meeting all of you. I mean, there's some weeks in there, but
Oh.
that's why I can do what I can do and why I know about some of the false devil fruit stuff. Like he kind of like points over to in Cora's general direction.
Mm.
So it's not I don't think that they're looking for me. I hope not. So it's probably not. It's probably fine. But what people have good reason to be afraid of that place.
Gotcha. Look, even if they were, let's be fair, you're not the only one that has somebody after them in this group.
It's true. Mhm. Well, I guess we'll see. But I, like I said, people have good reason to be afraid of that place. So I was just not trying to sort of announce that was part of it.
That's fair. I get that. Same reason why I typically keep on the low about my own issues, but in the same fairness, I've let all of you know. That way, everyone is aware of what might be going on.
Yeah. Well, I'm willing to tell the others, but Cora's friends are here, and I don't really know
Yeah.
them, and
They're more of an unknown. I get that.
yeah.
Friends, what are you two whispering about over here?
And not that much. And you sure are. You speak loudly, my friend.
Well, Dreki, I just came over here because Dreki sounds like a large swarm of bees that are trying to be very quiet.
I guess my voice carries more than I thought.
A little bit, but everything's all right. Everything's all right over here. We're not in any danger.
All good. No
Not
emergency.
any danger we're not already in.
Well, that's fair, I suppose.
True. Does it look like the other people are listening or
As that is happening, uh, Mono Imani kind of like leans back over to Core. One of them's missing.
Oh,
Ori's
Scarlet.
Actually, two of them are missing.
Where is Alice at the moment?
Oh shit.
Alice like waves from the other side of the bar.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
I would have panicked if the child followed me.
Who's
Ori.
Ori like is still there as well, but she gestures over to the seat that Pirouette was at.
oh
Oh.
Oh.
Makes
Friends,
sense.
I'm afraid I have to leave for just a moment, but if everyone will just stay here and enjoy themselves, I'm sure I'll be back
Oh,
very
she
soon with
did.
our missing friends.
Is this a normal occurrence?
yes, actually, I'll be
I
honest.
don't know that we've known each other long enough to know what is normal and what isn't normal, but it's not the first time it's happened. I'd say
No,
it's
I
at
each
least
think
the
other for
third.
regarding
years.
the current circumstances of this island, it's fairly normal, and it's probably going to be normal.
She'll be heading for the guardhouse, won't she?
Yep.
Probably.
That's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea. I agree.
We all yes.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
That's why
It
she
really
didn't say
doesn't.
anything before she left.
So
So
give it about 3 minutes.
Do we start the 3 minutes now, or should we start the 3 minutes from when you realized that they were missing?
Start now. I'm going to assume.
All right.
As
Let's
Question?
just say your current boss is a certain somebody's special interest.
It's a second person special interest, which is why I think I'm saying, as Ori starts to pour herself another drink, give it 3 minutes. We're going to cut back over to Scarlet as you're moving. You feel something in the air, this sort of tense, encroaching sensation.
Okay.
It's very much the same feeling you have as when a predator gets close enough to prey to close its jaws on it.
I will unsheath the sword, the smaller copy appearing in my other hand and underhand grip, and start looking around as I'm walking, see if I spot anyone.
She is not trying to hide, as you can see Pirouette just like leaning against the wall watching you.
Well, I don't care. What do you want?
Where are you going?
You know where I'm going.
We were going to do this as a team.
The way they were talking, were in no hurry to do anything.
I trust their judgment over the idiotic thought processes of a little sister.
I just need to have a conversation, is all. It'll be fine.
Oh, is the conversation involving those?
That's between me and my sister.
It won't be, because I also need to kill her, so
Well, that's gonna be a problem. Because, being family and all, I feel like my claim's a little higher up than yours.
if I recall your guys' history, she thinks you left her for dead, and I've known her on the crew for a while, and you were just kind of wandering the ocean.
That's besides the point.
I think in this sense, I'm probably more of a sister than you are.
No, you're just, I think, crazy at this point. I mean, they don't want you. You're just kind of following us around. Why are you here again?
I'm here to take out your sister and then guillotine. And then after that, whatever I want. For the first time in a while. You're playing pirate.
I'm not a pirate.
You're right, you're not.
I don't want to be.
Oh, so what is your plan after all this is said and done?
They get me to guillotine. I take them out. I help them with whatever they're trying to do. It's not like I have anything to go back to.
So you have no grandiose idea after all this is done? The roaring tale of Scarlet the Avenger, and then what? It ends after 2 chapters?
Don't call me. Don't know. I don't need anyone to know who the fuck I am after this.
That's unfortunate. But in any event, despite how well thought out your plan is on the situation, and really, I would love to see you do this by yourself, if only just to collect the pieces after I'm done and take those, points to the swords, and take those from you. For once, I think that your allies may have a point.
Someone who is claiming to want to kill them more than me. You seem very much a coward.
I'm a
Okay.
coward, but I'm a coward that survives.
I know, like a cockroach, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, they live through everything.
For now.
And you intend to just march to your death and nobly sacrifice yourself for nothing?
I plan on sneaking into the house, getting her alone, and taking it from there. You could join me. I need to use a distraction for the guards. I mean, that's what you're good at, right?
Oh, you're so adorable that you think I'm going to be a distraction. I'm going to have to drag you back to that house, aren't I?
You can try. I will get into a stance, and I will activate what is the thing I just got literally 20 minutes ago? I'll activate Vessel of Resilience. I will 1v1 pirouette, I guess. Let's go. Bye. Didn't kick my ass earlier in this game.
Pirouette is also going to kind of move herself into that same ballerina-esque fighting stance.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to roll initiative?
And we're going to roll initiative.
Okay, cool. See, we got combat, guys. I rolled a nat one.
Oh, good.
So that's a 5.
I rolled a nat 20.
God damn it.
Jesus.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sometimes
it's fine.
lessons need to be repeated.
It's fine, guys.
Uh-huh.
I told you I made Sasuke. How many times did he get his ass kicked in season 1, 2?
Let me pull back up her character.
No, I'm
sheet.
fine. I got
Too
this.
many to be counted.
It's okay.
She's going to weirdly patiently just kind of maneuver around your side,
Mhm.
just very calmly watching you. It's strange because she's not fighting, like she's not doing this in the same way that she initially fought you all, where she wanted to just straight up kill you. She actually seems to be more bemused by what's happening.
Gotcha.
And then she is going to charge.
Sounds good.
She is going to go for just a quick leg strike against you. I'm so sorry.
God.
Okay. So I'm going
Do it.
to assume
Do it
that-
all. Do
I'm
it
going-
all.
I'm going to assume that a nat 20 hits
Yeah,
you.
nat 20 hit. Nat
Yeah.
20 would do it.
Do it all.
It's okay.
Don't hold back.
I have some resistance, guy. That's fine.
All right, so this is going to be 4d8 plus 4 slashing damage with that
Welcome.
nat 20.
Welcome to the I Got Critted by Pirouette Club.
Fine.
Pretty sure I was there, or I'm still
Fine.
in that
I
too.
just gotta get an attack back and survive this turn.
Okay, so you will take, because I have more,
Mm-hmm.
you will take 16 slashing damage.
Okay. So that becomes
Wait, that's
8 because
bad,
of
yep.
resilience.
Wait,
Well,
is it non-magical?
It is non-magical. You will also take 15 force damage.
Okay. I'm still up.
As the strike
damn it.
cuts into you, and once more you see as this the blade pulls back, Hemi no mi, burst.
It's fucking
And as
bullshit.
the blood from the strike pulls out, it expands and then bursts backwards, which sends you sliding back in the way that only anime shows do.
Yeah, sounds about right. Cool. Is that it for her?
That is it for her for now.
Do you do potions as the bonus action?
I do potions.
I'm
as
gonna
a bonus
drink
action.
this potion that I have. What does a superior do again? Is that 4d4? Or is that 8d4? I don't remember what superior is.
Superior healing potion is.
Uh,
Really glad I bought that.
Oh Lord, come on. 8d4 plus 8.
Perfect.
Just as she sees you drinking it, you see her like lift the leg that she just sliced you with and just kind of smirk. Are you trying to heal yourself? I'm giving you an option to do this. You think your sister will?
Not even gonna say anything to her. That's 9, 12, 16. That's already at my max. I don't need to roll the last 2 die. Cool. So I'm back to full with my bonus. With my action, I'll just spiral in and attack her. So I get 2 attacks because of these swords.
Mhm.
Even though I used my bonus already. So I will
Yep.
swing twice with Hunger and Slate. So... One is a 18,
Hits.
and the
I
other
swear I thought you said
is...
1.
and
It
the
just
and
I
the
was like,
other
no.
is a 22.
Hits.
Okay, I'm gonna burn a spirit blast on one of these. So I can
Okay.
only do that once per turn, I believe. What else do we got here? I think I have something else. Oh yeah. I will also. Let's see. Okay, I can't do that either. Okay, cool. So that's all I can do is just this. So damage is gonna be 1, 2, D8, D8. There. So 2d6 plus 2d8 plus 8. 10, 13, 16. Do you need the 4 separate, or is it she not resistant? Is she fine taking it all?
Yeah, she's fine taking it all.
Okay, so 16 plus 8, so she takes 24 points of damage. Ha, I did 1 more point of damage to her than she did to me.
as you like carve in with the first weapon, as you swing the second one, there is this strange like discordant musical note as it
Mhm.
moves forward. Which she lifts her leg and strikes at the weapon, but the
Mhm.
blade comes up and cuts into the skin where her prosthetic kind of attaches to, and
Yeah.
she takes a quick step backwards.
Yeah, Scarlet pretty much just jumped right into the attack where she got knocked back and kind of spiraled into it and just got both slashes off as she landed. And I'll land on like the other side of her. Actually, I have mobile. I'll move past her. Because how far back did she knock me when she hit me?
Not that far back. It's more for flavor than it is anything.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll use my full movement to just kind of land past her. Like I just kind of like do a blitz run and hit her and continue and then turn around to face her. So I'm like 30 feet from her.
We're not trying to run away, are we?
Did I stop or did I continue moving? It's be easier if you just help me.
I would like nothing more, but we need all the help we can get.
We don't have time.
Well, we're gonna have to waste a bit more of it because you're gonna have to repair yourself in the hospital, and she's going to rush at you again
Damn it.
and kick off of the ground. And as she spins, you see the blade start to shift color on her leg into this almost a blackened blade exterior, and she's going to go for the same swinging strike again.
Mm-hmm. Roll low this time, please.
Hey, your wish was granted. She rolled a 10.
Oh,
A total of 10.
that misses. So this time I catch it in between both blades as she kind of goes for that attack again.
She like the blade that sticks into the ground, and it turns back into the regular color. She just like looks to you in a side eye. Be for once, check your own ego at the door, and realize that if you lose to your sister here, there won't be a second chance.
I attack. I'm gonna make a wisdom save though too, just for something. Okay, noted. Still gonna take these attacks regardless. I did fail my wisdom save, so we're gonna do something here. I will burn 1 key point, so I'm gonna take 4 attacks.
Okay.
So I will swing for the swords first, and then the tail. It's a nat 20 on hunger,
Okay.
and that's a dirty 20 on slake.
Okay.
And then for the tail attacks, it's a nat 1. My dice
Yeah.
are always one or the other, guys. It's wild. And then a 17. So does a 17 hit?
A 17 does not hit.
Okay, cool. So just the sword attacks hit. I will burn my other spirit blast. Just burning all my stuff on a fight that really doesn't matter. It's fine, guys. We're about to go to sleep. She knocks me out anyway, so it's fine. So another 2d6 plus 2d8 plus 8. So fine. Everyone will just catch up to us before I get killed
I was
here.
about to say,
12.
are you using it on the crit? So wouldn't all of those
Oh.
dice double?
Yeah, that's correct.
They all double.
Cool. So 13, 17, 22 plus 8 is 30, and then the crit is gonna be another 3 dice. So another 10. So 40 total. As I just kind of like guard break with me holding her leg with the swords, and as she's just open, just stab in with both, right through each shoulder.
Or how much damage again?
40 total.
Yep, as it digs into the shoulders, you see her bite down on her, like essentially just bite down her tongue to keep herself from screaming. The blood wells against the blade and it starts to settle back in.
Yeah. I pull the blades out, I flick them off, and I sheathe the weapon. And I just walk back towards the manor.
You see her like shrug her shoulders back.
Next time, I'm not gonna hold back. She knows she was fucked. She's just taking the high ground.
She just lifts an eyebrow like and as she actually starts to walk beside Scarlet, gives a little like half smile.
Shut the
If
fuck
it helps, you're completely not like anyone else I've met.
up. How so? You literally just told me how you worked with my sister for like 20 years or whatever it was.
I've worked with your sister for a while, but you're nothing like her.
I would hope not.
You're reckless. You have a tendency to do things by yourself. You have a very high opinion of your skills, though they're untrained. But you have a sense of loyalty, which is something to rely on. That and you actually have talent. It's just unrefined talent, but it's talent nonetheless.
Well, not much else to do but train when you're alone for 10 years.
Trust me, I understand that part. Who knows, if it wasn't for the fact that I absolutely despise you, we could actually have been friends at some point.
I don't have friends.
I'm sure that that's not true. I just don't think you understand what that word means.
I mean, Ori was kind of nice.
There's this, like, a bit of a pregnant pause, and then Scarlet looks down for a moment.
Scarlet has like a
Not
little bit
Scarlet,
of blood coming out of her nose.
Yeah, Pirouette like looks down a little bit, like, not what I meant.
I get what you meant, but
You don't think they're friends?
we've known each other for like 2 days.
And
I may not grow out the most social person, but I'm assuming friendship takes a little bit more than different causes just having to group together.
does it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Ren was working with you guys until like the past week.
Ren worked for the head. Sure, it didn't work with us.
The hand's not too different from what you guys do. It's all under the different branches of the same bullshit.
Sure. But I barely had any interaction with any of the others outside of the Guillotine's crew. And there are members of that crew I would still call friends.
I don't believe you have friends.
I don't anymore.
Yeah, running off and then murdering a ton of people would probably do that.
You're right. It does. Interesting, then, how I just said that you're not like anyone I've met, and yet you're following my path. That's cute.
At some point, you're gonna hear Trent arguing in the distance,
Oh God.
and if you stop to listen, he'll say, "You said 3 minutes. It's been 3 minutes. I'm going after her."
I looked the pair like, can we go in the back? Then I want to roll
No,
stealth.
No. As Pirouette, like, grabs your collar, like, no. We're going through the front.
I shake her hand off and it's whatever.
As Ori, like, inside, Ori raises a hand, just starts to do this, like, 3, 2, points to the door as Pirouette opens the door.
Trent is like, his hand is out, like ready to open the door as it opens.
You two
Oh.
look. What
I
were
was
you two doing?
expecting bloodier.
Yeah, I'm damaged.
Look, they're both alive, so as far as I'm concerned, that's a win.
Oh, I'm not complaining. I was just expecting somebody
Oh,
to be a lot
it's-
bloodier than this.
Pirouette just wanted some tips. I went a little rough on her. I'm under the
Mhm.
bed, guys, and I just try to brush past him.
This Pirouette just watches.
Sure.
I think something needs to be addressed, actually.
You let her do that to you?
That's a hell of a wound.
Let me?
It's like runs a
I mean-
finger against the wound on her, essentially like, through her shoulder. Like,
I thought
Oh.
I stabbed you, but that.
let is a operative term here.
I kicked your ass.
But it's
fine.
one you used.
She has talent. She just needs people to help guide that talent to the right spot.
I'm already. So who asked who for tips here? Because already.
Pirouette asked me for tips. We were sparring. It's fine.
Yes, I, the famed second in command of the guillotine, noted killer of many people, asked a child for tips on how to kill.
Yeah, like they know stuff there. That's not really much credentials.
Do
I
I
d-
even need to make an insight roll?
I mean, all.
There is a visible eye twitch.
Okay. If this is like obvious, like no, total bullshit,
Hmm.
I might not be the most socially observant at times. Okay, most times. Even I know that's probably not the case given the number of bodies we came across when we first met her.
Trent is taking a couple of pictures with his vision dial.
Is this really the time for that trip?
Oh, this is the perfect time for this. The folks back home will eat this right up.
Okay,
If I
so
could-
we know where you were going, Scarlet.
Yeah.
Right after we had all these conversations about how we weren't gonna do that.
I never said anything, actually.
In fact, I believe those conversations were what allowed her to slip away in the first place.
So that sort of doesn't change my point really at all.
She wants to die. And
I
if you
don't-
guys are her crew, you should be making
Oh.
sure that she doesn't do that.
I think she's too impatient to want to wait to get to do something she wants to do.
No, she wants to die.
I think she's right here.
Do you want to die?
Who says anything about dying? I just wanted to have a conversation. You know, this wouldn't be a problem if you wouldn't have let her go in the first place, but
Okay, I think
We
we've already
decided
put
we
that to
were-
rest.
Yep.
We all let her go. We all made that failure.
No, she's right. But that doesn't change the fact that you entering a guardhouse by yourself would only lead to one outcome. You would never get anywhere near her, and you know it.
I snuck past all of you. I can sneak past some shitty guards that he probably blackmailed into his crew.
You couldn't get past her.
You, a
I mean,
merfolk,
I wouldn't-
snuck onto a boat, yes.
I wouldn't want to get past her. I'm
I'm
assuming you're
pointing
point-
at Pirouette.
Oh, I think you pointed at one. I was like,
Pirouette.
No, pointing at Pirouette. And Pirouette is, you probably know or have some idea of everybody who's at the guardhouse or in the guardhouse at this point, right?
Very much so.
And would you say, even at your expert capabilities, that you could accomplish what they were attempting to do?
Absolutely not.
And I'm
she
sorry.
fought against Manser and it's still here.
And I'm sorry. I knew of Trent. I've met Ren. Dreki is amazing. But still only know at face value and what's been told. And all I know of you is even I was able to take the sword off of your back without you realizing that it was going to happen. You want to die. Then if you don't want to die, use that thing between your ears that you're hoping gets you further in life than your sister.
I need to make a roll. This is hard playing a hot-headed character. I don't get mad anymore, guys. Okay, I rolled a nat 20. I won't punch you in the face.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, she grits her teeth. You guys are done? I came back, obviously.
Came back because you knew you were going to lose.
I came back.
Scarlet.
We'll head there tomorrow, like we planned. It's fine.
I think you need to spend a little bit more time with the people who care about you and not focus on the people that want to hurt you.
All right. We still don't know you that well. So
Yeah.
calm down. But
Ask away.
We just
Ask away.
met
I just
you.
mean we only met you today. So we don't. She's back. And I'm still annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
But
Are you going to hold back on telling her how you feel and lose the sense of trust?
I've expressed that I'm
What's it gonna
frustrated that
take
you
for you to
left.
trust us?
See, I like him.
Well, I don't understand how you're trying to compare us, a little group of random people who got put together 2 or 3 days ago, to what looks like a crew of years. I get it. Your crew's family. You want them back. We understand. That's your whole point of being here. We just met each other. Trust is going to
And?
take time. Last time I
already
trusted
consider-
people, I lost everybody. My sister is a
consider all
serial
you
killer
friends.
now. That's because
And I
you're.
lost
That's
everybody
because
I knew when I had to leave my island.
Dreki, you're a giant ball of sunshine. Of course, you trust everybody. I've known you for barely any time, and
And?
everyone picks up on that.
Look, having friends is nice. Having people you can rely on is great. Trust me, I know I'm strong, but knowing you guys have my back makes it even more comforting to know I can fight.
Core
To know I
slips
can
back
protect
next to
all of
Ori.
you.
Core stands next to Ori like this.
Trent
What's
will
it going to take for you to start trusting us with your back?
Like I said, you
I
can't.
get it.
You
I
can't.
can't even imagine what you went through. I can't. Yeah, I had to leave my island because my actions got the better of me, and I guarantee I'm gonna do it again. So you all better get used to that. But I want to help you. I do. I get it. This guillotine guy is an asshole. Look what he did to Alice. You know what she's going through.
Yeah, he's gonna come back for her just like he's looking to come back for me.
Then let us help you both. How can we do that if you keep sneaking off on your own? I can't have your back if you're going off on your own.
And if emotional pleas aren't what does the trick, at least think practically, please. You know that there's a greater chance of us defeating the monster guillotine together than alone. Yes, you're clearly more powerful than I suspected. He looks pointedly at the gaping wound. Is that wound healing, by the way? Just out of curiosity on
It's
Pirouette?
starting to heal.
It's
Yeah.
beginning to heal. But we've already fought together. I know I came into our arrangement here very naive, but I've seen what this guillotine can do, and I've seen what your sister can do. We back you in your goals here. We want you to be successful. And when the time came to decide who had what position on the ship, on the New Fortune, you were the one who suggested that I be captain. The only reason I even considered the position was because of the entire crew. The one who seemed to have the lowest opinion of me was the first to bring me up as the leader of our little band. I don't know if you did that as a joke or if you saw something or what, but you need to know that our goals are your goals. The moment you joined this crew, your quest became my quest. I would rather do it together than do it without you after having buried you at sea. Just let us help. You can continue to be stubborn and prideful as much as you wish, but let us help. I say this as a fellow, stubborn, prideful individual.
Gordon nudges Ori like, eh.
She just looks over like, what?
And if you insist on continuing to endanger the operation, I will have to ask you to stand down.
Are we done?
I don't have a speech for you, so sure.
Okay. Good to know, Ren. I just said, I'm back. We'll escort the lady to the thing tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some sleep. This is a manor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there like a pole somewhere?
There's
Well-
definitely one like
or at
out
least like a
back.
giant bath hall or something like all those things.
Or a fountain.
Wherever
like a
there's
big-
water, that's where I'm going. I'm gonna sleep underwater somewhere.
Scarlet's heading off. Dreki is just gonna finish this off.
Crew's a family. Even if we just kind of started it, there's always chance to keep making it grow and get stronger. You can have a family again,
Last thing
but I'm not gonna force it.
Last thing she'll say is she just walks off as you're saying that. Last time I had a family, you saw what happened. And then she closes the door and heads out.
I think that went well.
Well,
think you got your
course.
point across.
Relatively speaking, Pirouette, did she really do that to you without you allowing her to? Because she must have been very upset with you.
I like I said, allowing is a is a term that we're using here, but she did manage to do this without me thinking that she could.
For all we know, maybe she could do what she says she wanted to do.
No,
We should not underestimate her.
don't underestimate her. I think that she has a lot of skill and talent. This is not a lie. I don't think that she is lacking in ability. She's a match for me at the same age that I was for her. The difference is that she's thinking that she's just going to be fighting her sister. She's not.
That part. Baring, you've been looking over the pathways and everything
Mm.
from the treetops.
Yeah.
What can we expect? What can we be looking for tomorrow?
I mean, they definitely have sharpshooters. Um, the hunter never travels anywhere without, other eyes. And yeah, probably the second in command's going to be there as well. And a beast thing, something
Yeah.
that he's taking with him to help track. As far as the actual pathway is concerned, there's a few creatures that kind of wander the forest but itself, but if we make enough noise, most of them should not be a threat.
Mostly nomadic. None of them have like set up nests or grounds along that trail.
Correct. Most are nomads. They wander.
Okay. All right. So
Our biggest
we
threat will be the guillotine.
so we get eyes on the path. Do you have the speaking?
Uh,
And Mushi.
Yeah.
I don't. Captain might.
Turns to Mono.
We can go see him.
We just need two.
That's fine.
Uh,
I can manage that.
That reminds me.
One for
How
Baring.
many of them have those tiny ones in their ear?
That I have no idea. As Ori kind of like thinks about it, really only gives those to those in upper command. Maybe
That makes sense.
a couple.
We found it on Scarlet's sister.
I want one for Baring up high. I don't want Baring anywhere near any of the stuff that happens. And then whoever is going to be up at the front of our formation.
I have a couple at my workshop. I can jerry rig to do that.
Like I said, we just need the two.
I can grab two.
Okay.
Looks over at Mono. Do we need a Rochambeau for that one?
No, I have more of an ability to he's like taps his head and you hear a metal clank sound as he hits where his ear is. I'll give one to you.
Just so that in case anybody gets separated or anything, I know Mono would be able to hear him, but if somebody else in the crew or in the team gets pulled apart, at least Baring will have eyes on you and could kind of direct you back or direct us down the quickest pathway.
Works
So,
for me.
so sharpshooters, nomad animals.
Because no
Trails.
offense to the rest of you, I'd rather take the beating first than anyone else.
Fair enough. I won't stop you. Ori, how many sharpshooters went out? Do we know?
Um, he only tends to send a couple, 3 or 4.
Okay.
He doesn't want them to take the kill.
Yeah, just keeping eyes on it, directing, like we're setting up to do.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're looking at maybe 7 total for Guillotine's hunting party. Not
Correct.
counting the creature, the beast that they're going after. Okay. Pirouette, are you going to join us on this?
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Right. So, with all of us, I'm not going to count Bering. And Dreki, if you want, you can have Alice stay with Bering. Bering will be able to see anything that comes his way
Yeah,
for miles on end.
I'd rather keep her out of the fight. In all
And
fairness, she's not old enough. And, well, it's true what Scarlet said. I think she's also a target of his.
then
If not right immediately, at some point.
then we keep those two together. And in the case of the absolute worst outcome, absolute worst, Core will take 99,300 berries and put it on the bar and go, they can get safely anywhere. And if she's with Bering, they can get right back to his dad, the island safe with Doc, and they'll be with my captain.
I'll also make sure to leave my own back. I think it'll be more than enough.
So we know our plan. We know where we're going. We know what we're doing.
Are we planning on attacking them head on, or are we going to pick them off?
We're going to get the etching rub for Zala.
Hmm.
We are just making ourselves aware of all of the possibilities.
Of course.
We don't have an exact navigator, but we will have eyes in the sky. We've got enough we have enough strength. Looks between Ori and Trent and goes, we have leaders. Looks to Ren. We have tactical minds, or at least intelligent ones. And then looks over towards Pirouette and like nods ahead towards where Scarlet went. We've got enough wild cards. We could play a full hand.
As Ori kind of like rolls her shoulders back a little. This sounds like an actual plan for once. I guess you've learned, kid.
Well, I had like the greatest first mate and captain and, shipwright to really make sure I was getting all the lessons I needed and paid attention to my surroundings and did the right thing. Ducks.
As Ori like swings the oar around. Don't let him fool you. He used to be a lot more like that other one outside.
Well, people change if they have the chance. Everybody changes.
Or if they have the purpose. I'm gonna go sleep down the hall from Zala just in case she comes and checks on me. And goes to the room down the hall from
Checks.
Zala's room.
Vala.
Or Vala's room.
I think somebody's hopeful.
He did imply that perhaps his seduction attempts were only temporarily foiled. We shall see, I suppose. I'll put 50 berries on no. What say you, Drecky?
Let me make a roll. It's my own turn for a will roll.
I think it might be smart for me to not take that bet.
Put the money back in the pocket.
While they're
Right.
doing that, I want to go find Scarlet, and if she's asleep, I won't bother her. But I want to go see what she's doing. Is she in the fountain? Where is she?
I mean, I don't know how far would I be from the front hall?
From the front hall, you would just head outside and like around the corner, and you would be able to find where this essentially what would be considered a fountain would be.
Okay. Just kind of like lazily floating in circles. I'm assuming it's like one of those big circular fountains. I'm just like kind of floating around.
I think Ren just like walks up and kind of like sits, on the side of it or whatever. Is like I said, I don't have a big speech. You already heard two.
Mm-hmm.
Did that just make you more mad and you're gonna do it again?
As long as we can get a shot at him or my sister tomorrow. My problem is I don't trust that this other crew wants us to even engage with them. I think we're gonna get this rubbing and leave, and then yeah.
Yeah. I think I don't think because they could be. I don't know. I don't really trust them either, but
I mean, 3 of them are technically still under his employ. Let's not forget that. Like,
it's hard to imagine why they would be doing all this if they weren't honest, but there's always a chance they could be telling us the wrong things or whatever.
yeah, this is why you're my favorite, Ren. At least someone else isn't just naive on this crew.
I don't think the other two are naive. I think they just
Jericho likes to see the best in people, and Trent's read too many books. But
neither one of those are bad things.
yeah, but
Like
in this
Pat
type of
said.
situation, though, you
Yeah.
gotta have a little bit of suspicion.
Well, I don't know. We made this whole plan. I'm sure you'll hear it again tomorrow, but
Yeah, I heard.
yeah. I am glad that you didn't go get killed. I'll frame it that way. And they mean it when they say we want to help. I mean, I don't have the personal ties to. I have different personal ties to different parts of what's happening. No, my whole family didn't get. Anyway, my point is that he sucks.
Yeah.
We got him back.
He does, and this is probably going to be the best shot we have at him in a while with the amount of people we have. Because if we don't get him here, he's just going to find us on the water when it's just the 4 of us and Alice.
Yeah, that sounds worse to me.
Yeah, it does. Me and Alice are both 2 distinct targets. He likes to collect people. I don't know why my sister doesn't count for him. But apparently he needs me. I mean, my sister's obviously pretty crap, so maybe that's why. I don't know. But still, like...
have decided not to try to see the logic in what an insane man does, so I don't know. But Anyway, if you heard the plan, then we're all good. Just wanted to say something.
Yeah, I'll be here.
I
I'll
am
try
going
to
to.
get some rest. I don't think I'm gonna sleep too much, but I'll be here in the fountain.
It was earlier today that we were both borderline blackout drunk. I'm going to
Yeah,
bed.
that. I mean, I think it helped though, because the other really good alcohol in there, I didn't even really feel it after the tar we drank at the bar. So
I, some you should not have built up that much tolerance that fast. And this is not the time for me to try to figure out what's happening with you, but that is crazy.
maybe it's the gills. I don't know. How does alcohol? I don't know how alcohol works.
You
That's a terrible statement. That
Ryan physically
I
holds
know.
in. He opens his mouth to explain, and you just see him like physically swallow.
You see like a slight
it.
smirk on Scarlett's face. That's you.
I'm going to bed now.
Sounds good. Go get some
Good
rest.
night. And I will go to bed.
and I'm assuming that the rest of you all are turning in for the evening.
Yeah.
Yay, long rest. I need all that
Or
shit
keeps
back.
his door cracked open.
God damn it.
Yup. Okay, I'm gonna roll me a D100.
And here we
Me?
go.
God.
Go ahead, Ark. Roll me a D100.
If you roll a 69.
You want you're gonna want less than 50.
I got a 16.
God.
Couple hours in, you hear a knock at your door.
Jesus.
It opens.
Well, I suppose we were confident for some reason.
I've been known to be convincing as of recent.
Convincing is a statement. I just like your confidence.
Kind of go hand in hand. Like we can. And he'll gesture to hold her hand and pull her into the room.
She her tail is what wraps around your wrist. It is decidedly stronger than you assume. As she just kind of walks past you.
I pull anchor chains. I'm down with the strength.
Several minutes later, Trent is like, Drecky, you lost 50 berries.
for my own bemusement. For my own bemusement, and two of you are going to get what I'm about to reference. Can you give me a strength-based performance check?
Absolutely, yes, I can.
Isn't
Thank
it
you.
Constitution based?
Constitution-based performance check. There it is.
Even
It
better.
depends on the style you're going for, perhaps.
And when that is
God.
done, we're going to go ahead and take our break.
Yeah, that sounds
That
about
was a
right.
23.
Let's go. All right.
Glad I'm sleeping outside.
With that being said, we're gonna take a quick break here while I get ready for some other things. When we're back, we will continue this. Thank you all for joining us for a while. Go get drinks, get refreshments, get what you need to survive the evening. We'll be back soon. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary fights, hellions of all walks of life. Okay. As the morning dawns, um, some people getting more sleep than others, we shall say. Um, Downstairs, Mono is kind of fiddling with a device, being probably one of the first ones to wake up. You see him fiddling with a couple of the Denden Mushis. Uh, who's probably the second to wake up?
Probably
Oh,
Oh,
Scarlet.
Trent's up early. Trent's up
Scarlet's-
early every day.
Scarlet's
He's up early
also-
and doing his exercises.
Yeah, same with Scarlet. Funnily
Trying
enough.
to ignore each other, perhaps. Like separate spaces, doing their separate little Winnie the Pooh up downs, touch the ground.
I'm on the complete opposite side of the manor from you. Where I see you come out, I go around the manor.
So yes, early on, like just after dawn, both Scarlet and Trent will probably do their morning warm-up exercises in very, very separate places.
Mono like looks on the either side and just all right. Continues to fiddle with the device, sets that to the side. Probably next to wake up would more than likely be Ori. To He gets downstairs, realizes there's no food, and very quickly starts to try to make something to eat. Ostensibly for herself, before realizing that other people may not know how to cook food for themselves, and starts making a bigger portion.
Wait.
Um,
My wife knows how to cook?
She is a Kuja.
Okay. Guys, I'm going to the Amazon island. I'm joining Core's crew.
Now you have a reason to live.
Yeah, the hot
Scarlet comes in
Amazon.
like Scarlet comes in like a cartoon, smelling and like
Yeah.
floating along with the
I
scent.
mean, that's kind of how I walk anyway, to float off of water. It's just
She's predominantly making like a giant, like you just see a stack of rice and then like egg, like so it's just egg fried rice in the morning and just fixing that up. Probably after Ori, who is the next to wake up?
I can go next. Come on, I want to come down and see what Mano's working on down there. Wow.
Mono.
Yep. As Mono like hears you coming down the stairs and looks over. He's like, "Ah, how are we this morning?"
Oh, I'm good. I'm great. And looks at the two, exercising on opposite sides.
That has been the morning. Yes.
Okay, that's doesn't surprise me actually. What are you working on?
Making sure that these work as two ways. And he holds up the Denden Mushi snail, which is a striped color Denden Mushi, which means nothing. It's just striped. As he holds that one up,
Nice.
it'll increase the distance.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know much about how those work. We actually have one of the little ones I think that we got from Scarlet's sister.
You threw that away. You threw that off of the ship.
Anyway. Oh, I did. For sure. For sure did that.
Yeah.
Well, if we were to find another one, is there any, way that you can trace where those connect to? Like where the other end is?
Um, Potentially. The problem with that is that the Denden Mushi are living creatures. It's not like it's a connection via, lines.
Right.
It's more telepathic.
Hmm.
As the kind of like to make an example, the Denden Mushi that he is holding, eyes like slightly open and just squint towards you and then close again.
Well, okay. We have another one just sort of was on our ship and someone was talking to us and it'd be nice to know where she was to either avoid her or
See?
yeah, I don't remember if you all knew about Furiosa.
Oh,
Yeah. Maybe I wasn't supposed to tell you that. So
as a general rule of thumb, Anything to do with her, I want nothing to do with. Just as a
And that's, yeah, I get where you're coming from with that one. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess
smart idea for you all as well. Like, forget that ever happened and just don't.
well, because if we knew where she was, we could avoid her better.
I know where she might be, which is the Grand Line.
Right. And if we, for example, were wanting to go to the Grand Line and
Avoid where
not-
there are fires.
Great, noted. All right, well, thanks for getting those ready for us.
Of course, I would ask you and Core, I need your help with getting something. And whoever else you want to take with you.
Sure.
There's some extra parts and supplies around town that I just need to gather. He gestures to like a list that he's made.
Yeah, I'll help. I don't know when Core is going to get up.
Second to last, most likely.
Great. Well,
I can come along. I just finished up.
More the merrier. I just need people to gather those things, and I can't really leave these here.
I'm not much for carrying, but I'll give it my best shot.
Can you negotiate?
That I can do.
He points to like a small stack of berries that's sitting on the side there. I just need to help pay for those things, and people don't talk to me, so
Scarlet, do you want to go?
You see Scarlett's at the table, fully focused on Ori. Full with like a
Or-
plate in front of her.
yeah, Ori is starting to plate up the egg fried rice. There's like a moment's silence that follows after she finishes the plate, and she just looks up and bellows as loud as she can, "Core, get up!"
Hear a loud thump, probably.
Cue Dreki coming down the hallway.
God.
All in
Well,
all,
if you want to stay here, I won't pull you away, but we have some groceries to get, I guess.
oh yeah.
You want to come?
Where are we going?
There's some parts that I want to find for these things over in the actual city proper. So just the marketplaces.
Okay. How much stuff?
It's not a lot. I mostly just need mechanical parts. Maybe 6 or 7 items. If you can find everything on this list, I'd appreciate it, but small things.
What are you okay with not having on the list?
I don't need, and you see him like underline a cut like about 3 of these things. I don't need these, but I would
Okay.
appreciate having them.
Gotta check in with the first mate. Go walking over and like,
Hmm.
I gotta go get stuff for Mono, and then I'll be right in here exactly as you called me, Ori.
Eat food first.
Got it.
As following this, Alice is the next to arrive, as she kind of sidles up and scoots onto the chair as
I just pass her a plate immediately. I
yeah,
already had it
Alice,
ready for her.
Alice starts scarfing it down like instantly. Following Alice. Sorry, my cat is now slamming her head into my arm as I'm talking.
Give her attention. God damn it, Javante.
That is
How
what she
dare you?
wants. It is
How
what she
dare
wants.
you try to run
Hi.
a stream? It's
Um,
unconscionable is what it is.
Truly. Next to follow is Baring, who like staggers in, wearing like half of a sleeping mask. Like the other half is like propped up onto the side, full bed head that's like flopped to one side, just
Yeah. Grab the tangled mess that sticks up this way and
Mhm.
like navigates him to a chair.
thank you. And then the last 2 to join, you see Scarlet, not Scarlet. Wow, geez, I keep getting that confused. Pirouette kind of comes in, sits to the right of Scarlet.
I don't know if I should be offended that you keep confusing.
I mean,
the
they're
two of us.
basically the same person.
No, they're not. How dare you?
Either one has legs.
And both use their blades as weapons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pirouette sits
Yes.
to the right of Scarlet, and then elegantly, almost to a strange degree, because she has just gotten up, Vala descends down the stairs. And instead of getting the food, you see her head over to the wine cabinet and pulls it open and immediately pours herself a small glass to start her morning. Because she is a fancy bitch.
Agreed.
Oh. Good morning, everyone.
More
Get
room,
stuff.
Alice says, stuffing her face.
All right. Get the stuff for Mono and then head out.
Scarlet sets down some berries to Trent, just plops them next to him. I shouldn't have mentally placed that bet.
You mean pirouette?
Me and Pirouette.
Oh my god! What is wrong with me?
Okay, guys, I'm playing Pirouette now. You gonna save me the character sheets? Bye.
What the fuck?
I don't know which is scarier.
It's not that different. I just gotta be crazy now, right? That's the difference.
Rewind.
What do you mean now?
Rewind.
Scarlet
Pirouette
isn't
sets down
crazy.
the money.
Scarlet's traumatized. There's a difference. I haven't cracked yet.
That's a different type of crazy.
Taking that mix up out of my tongue, Pirouette sets down money in front of Trent. And then she looks over to Core. Like, kind of like gestures to him, gestures to Vala, and then back to Core.
Yeah. You definitely should never bet against me.
Yeah, I
In-
see everybody slept well.
Not everybody, I'm afraid.
Uh-huh.
Eventually, for a few moments, but a few moments only.
So Ori looks over to Dreki. How's Dreki looking right now?
He's actually fine, surprisingly enough. Like, honestly,
No
It's
bags under the
whatever.
eyes.
Just saying, if there's a chance to make Core the decoy, perhaps we should take that.
I'm never against
I don't
that as a
think-
plan at any point in time.
I don't think I can survive another night like that.
Bud. Those fucking chains.
Literally. And then Core will stand up.
Alright, you guys ready to go to the store?
Mono has like head down on the table, just metallic cranking sounds as he is trying to not laugh.
Did I miss something last night? You know what? I don't want to know.
No, you didn't. No, you did not.
Cool. So are we all going?
Get these things for Mono, and then we head out.
Pirouette lifts her hand. I'm going to stay here.
Okay. I don't
I'll
really
keep
care.
an eye on the little one. I'm sure you don't.
We're letting the serial killer babies. Cool.
How
Is anyone
does
else staying here?
I mean, I'm
Ori
Ori will
sure.
be here.
Ori,
Mono
will you
be
watch
here,
Alice,
Baron will be
please?
here.
I'm of course watching the little one. We're
Thank you.
fine.
how is Alice responding to Pirouette, by the way? Just like in
There's no-
general.
There's no like fear for Pirouette with Alice.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like other than she looks creepy, but like nothing instinctual.
You guys watch any anime? Alice would obviously take her. Alice is obviously the strongest person here.
I do. All right, then let's head out.
Sure.
As you all venture out. Core, I'm going to assume, is the one that leads the way to the market, or what essentially counts as the market for this place, which It's a nice area. There's mostly small shops around the place that have a myriad of items, but there's also the outdoor, more style street vendor markets, which include things like specialty foods, gear from other islands. Um, in the midst of the this market atmosphere, of which there's a myriad of shops,
Mm-hmm.
as you're passing by one of the stalls, you hear, "Oh, I see. You all have managed to survive."
How did you?
Oh
As
shit,
a
it's Fosh.
core, you finally get to meet uh the fishman known as Fosh, who peeks his moray eel head out from behind one of the stalls, and it stays like in the same spot for a moment and then just lazily flops onto the stall. And you have another guest with you, I see. Head snakes back up and sort of props itself. One eye blinks, and then the second one just.
Sanely perceptive and highly intelligent. How are you?
I'm doing quite well.
It's great to hear. How have you found yourself here on the island?
This is not my first time. It's a little different from the last time I was here. There seems to be new management in charge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mhm.
But fair prices, fair places, good places to stay as well.
Mhm.
You a friend of theirs? A gesture
I've-
back.
I've met them. They were decidedly good customers. I sold them healing ointments.
Yeah, the healing ointment came in handy. I pointedly don't look in Pirouette's direction.
Pirouette is not with
Wait.
you.
Pirouette's at the manor.
Okay, perfect. Even better.
When would you have used that? I know you didn't use it directly after our battle on the sea.
I pulled a muscle training. Don't worry about it.
So a fine purveyor of alchemical mixtures.
Ren looks at
Salves?
Ren.
I am a purveyor of many, many items. There's alchemical properties like healing salves. I also have a few other alchemy items available for sale, some of which may be of great interest to all of you. I also sell a variety of other goods, such as weaponry, mechanical parts,
Yeah,
a
love to
devil
see,
fruit.
love to see your inventory.
Wonderful.
What
Yeah.
kind of stuff you got for us now?
If it pleases you, he completely disappears behind the stall.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see his hand come up with a roiling yellow cloudy liquid, which he sets down onto the table. And reaches in and takes two smaller, almost like syringes of the same liquid that he sets next to that. Of course, picks up a covered, what looks like a bird cage that has a tarp covering it, sets that to the left, and then grabs very familiar looking healing potions, which he sets up as well. And then a couple other not covered, but covered items of various sizes that he sets down next to those. And then his head snakes up, flops, and then sits upright. I have with you a myriad of other things. I, of course, have the. Go ahead.
You have these things?
Tilts his head. Let me see. Leans in closer. I have a couple of those. As far as the pricing for those, I could probably get you these. He gestures to three of them. In total, I'll just take 35 berries for a lot.
How many, just out of curiosity, berries were in the pouch that were given to me?
You got about 120.
Excellent. Fosh, first off, you know it is always a joy to see you, and your wares are always extremely high quality and very reasonably priced. But 35 berries is a touch rich for my blood, and we haven't even looked at what the other vendors have to offer. Now, I know that what the other vendors have to offer is nowhere near as high quality as what you have here at your stand. But 35 berries might make me at least consider moving on and then coming back. Someone else out there might have a better deal for me, you understand. This is not my money. I'm working with company funds.
He kind of like you see him blink both eyes again as if in thought. As he does, Core, you do swipe the syringes. I'll tell you just because you have a hold of them. I'll let you know what they are. Those are syringes of speed,
Okay.
or as people that have played 5e know,
Mhm.
those are haste potions.
Yes.
Those would be very useful for the monk. I'm just saying.
Syringes.
You don't like me.
Syringes of haste
You're
potions.
not wrong.
The only difference between the syringes and the actual bottle is that the syringes for concentration checks when you utilize it, because they will use concentration checks for the haste, are rolled with disadvantage because they are of a lesser dose.
Mm. True.
Fosh does not seem to notice that these are gone as he again blinks for a moment. I'll tell you a favor. If you buy one of my other items in stock, I will sell you these for 15 berries.
That is extremely generous of you. And he takes a look at the stock of healing potions and reaches for his own personal wallet. Healing potions, what's he got? What's it cost?
Healing potions, he has your standard healing potion for about 10 berries, another superior for 15, a greater for 20. He also has a, it just says like, there's gibberish and then healing potion 35.
We're gonna take that one.
I mean, obviously we're gonna take that one. Like, there's no way we're not taking that one.
Scarlett's
And
already
also,
looking at the healing potions. Like that's the
You-
first thing she looks at. Just like,
you said also that there were the syringes, but also a potion of the same liquid, right? So there is a
Yes.
potion of speed as well.
Yes.
What is the price on that?
Potion of speed price is 45.
Excellent. I'll take that as well. So I'll take
buy
a
the
superior.
greater and superior.
Yeah, I'll take a superior. I'll take the speed potion, and I'll take the what the fuck potion. Because obviously I'm taking that.
Go ahead and just put those down as you guys grabbing those.
Yeah.
How much total for the greater and
I
superior?
paid for the what the fuck one, so I'll mark.
You
that
got
that
one
one?
off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll mark that
Gotcha.
one. off.
Greater and superior
I'm
was...
just gonna put question mark healing potion on my inventory.
I believe
Was
greater
it-
and superior is...
15 and 20.
Yeah, 15 and 20.
The 35. I got that.
He once more unveils from the tarp a the noted devil fruit that you all saw earlier, which was
Mhm.
the purple with a spiral pattern. The price has changed. Instead of being 999,999 berries, it is now 998,998 berries. He sets out a small, like, rolled tarp, which he hands over to Core, which has the mechanical parts inside of it.
It
Do you
looks
know
like
who,
the
who else might have the other 4 here?
There's a few vendors that might. There's a mechanist vendor, like 4 stalls down that way, that I think had 2 more of those. And then if you just go a little further down, there's a shop that sells some bric-a-brac. I should have the last bit.
Thank you so much, Frost. You're an amazing entity, and I appreciate everything you've done to help us out today.
I appreciate the kindness.
Hey,
Thank
Fosh,
you.
do you have more fish?
Of course I have fish. Give me one moment. He snakes head down. You hear like rattling. You hear way too much noise happening underneath the cart for how big the stall actually is.
As
Like,
Drecky's
there's-
not so subtly staring at the fruit.
there's like a drilling sound. There's like a jackhammer that goes off. You hear what sounds like a wild animal's roar, and then you see Fosh pull back a small tray, which again props up, and you see a selection of different kinds of fish this time. Also, some prepared a little differently, all raw.
Yeah, we'll just buy it all.
It's all yours. This selection alone, though, will cost you 50 berries.
It's fine. I give him 58. I tip him.
Thank you for your business. I greatly
I'm just gonna
appreciate
put
that.
fish
The,
assorted on my inventory.
the market for devil fruit seems to have depreciated somewhat. Is this not selling as well as you thought it might?
Not really. I just change the price of it as I see fit. It may go up the next time you see me.
Okay.
You are an odd one, Bosch.
I get that.
Hey, Fosh, is there a decent clothing store around here as well?
Clothing store?
Yeah, I literally just wearing like a bra and like a kelp skirt at this point because I threw that jacket out.
I suppose that you could find some. One that I tend to frequent would be Magdalene's Menagerie. She has a selection of clothing that I think you would appreciate.
Perfect. Does anyone want to go there with me? I need at least a new jacket.
Trent will notice the sort of shabbiness of his own clothing and like the fact that his clothes are kind of not in fashion for this area. He'll be like, yes, it might be time to maybe trade these in for something a little bit more local. They'll have to cut for the
I'm sure they,
wings,
yeah, I'm
though.
sure they can. I mean, they had your race's alcohol here. I'm sure they can make a alteration to a shirt.
Maybe
Fasha,
look for some things for Alice.
Yeah, I can pick up Alice some stuff.
Bosch kind of like looks at the group, another little blink. For me, such valued customers, I could also offer a final free gift for anyone who is willing to accept it.
Sure. What do you have,
What
Fosh?
kind of gift?
I'm not
I've
suspicious at all.
I trust Fosh with my life.
I've been able to tap into bits and pieces of the world as on my travels, and I've discovered ways to peer into the destiny of those around me in a sort of way that the monks do as well. As much as I believe in the concepts of destiny,
Trent
I
is
could
already pushing forward to the front. Go on.
hold out your hands. Fosh, clammy hands takes
Oh
yours and
God.
turns them
I
over.
just make eye contact with Ryan and be like, just like, this is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
The best way I could describe it is that if you have ever like felt a stingray at an aquarium and like
Ooh.
felt your hand go, it's that feeling of hands on you as it looks down to yours and it looks directly into your eyes. For the rest of the group, you all just kind of see Trent and Fosh looking at one another.
Is there anything else on the table?
Other than the devil
The
fruit,
devil fruit.
there's a few covered items. Some of them appear to be weapons. One is incredibly long and is covered in a tarp. But there also seems to be some jewels that are covered by the similar styles of tarps.
Nah, nothing loose and sitting out like the syringes. I'm good.
So again, for the rest of you, you kind of see Fosh looking directly at Trent, who both of them appear unmoving. Trent, as soon as Fosh like manages to focus both eyes, which seem to stare in different directions,
Takes a
directly
sec.
into your eyes, it takes a moment. You are no longer in that marketplace. You find yourself in a canoe of sorts as it is drifting through a sea of stars. There is peering as pockets around you, small islands, some having lighthouses, others castles. Some appear to be floating in the space between. You're a unique one, you know that.
I've always been told so.
You view being a pirate as what you are as more heroic than others might take it.
I'd like to think I do the right thing.
The canoe kind of like shifts its position to where it now forces you to face one of the direct islands, one of the floating islands, as you see uh, a girl, maybe a couple years younger than you, kicking her feet as she's like at the edge of that island, just dangling. You see these massive black wings stretch out behind her as she just looks up at the sky with a smile on her face. There was another I spoke to long ago who had the same thought process.
She keeps coming up, doesn't she? I'm gonna check. I already know what I'm gonna see, but I'm gonna check to see if I see a flame.
You don't.
I don't see a flame.
There is no flame.
Interesting, but like, I don't even know if I know what Furiosa looks like.
You don't, but
That's a fair point.
she looks, but the thing is that she does not look like almost any other Skypian that you would think of. She has
Yes.
a
The
darker skin,
wingspan.
the wingspan, darker skin, and this strange air around her. It's not just like a heat, but it's this sensation of impending danger.
And what is she to me, Fosh?
A warning, a reflection. She too wanted to become a hero. The difference is that unlike you, she doesn't have the people to guide her to actually attain that path.
Yes, I'm quite fortunate. I recognize that.
Why did you leave Skypia?
I was bored. I had attained everything that I had desired, and I didn't know what to desire next. So I went someplace where I wouldn't know anything. And it's been quite an experience.
You see the girl as she's kicking her feet. She stops and she presses her hands to the side of the island and pushes off. And as she lands on this sea of stars that you are drifting through, you see her look towards you, and as she stretches a hand out, you see forming in it a uh, very similar styled rapier to your own. This one is a little bit less elegant. It's a little more has seen its fair share of usage.
Yeah.
And she kind of just points it towards you with a very childish grin on her face.
I check and see because in this liminal space, am I armed? Do I have
You
rapiers on me?
you looking down, you do see your rapier on you.
But this is a a child, right?
She's a little younger than you, like maybe a
Okay, so
couple years younger than you.
okay,
Not like a
just
little
making
kid.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll go ahead and smile and kind of roll my shoulders and pull the two rapiers, settle down into a stance.
She gives like a little polite bow. Instead of rolling initiative, I want you to give me a athletics check.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, strength is not my strong suit, though.
You may use dexterity for your athletics check if that is better.
It is, so I'm going to do that. I got a 17 total.
As you swing both rapiers out, you see her attempt to block, and she does manage to block the first hit, but as the second one swings over, she has to genuinely like move back a little startled at the swing. Her techniques, you recognize them as they're old, like they're not old, but they're unrefined versions of some of the techniques you learned.
Mm-hmm.
She gets back into a stance and quickly tries to go back towards you. She's getting her own.
She's
That is
looking for
going.
a 17.
She's going to miss as you see her kind of push her body forward more than she does the rapier, and it just skides past you.
As she misses, I'm going to use my reaction to use predictive strike. So I can, as a reaction, take an attack back at her. This
ahead.
is not intended to draw blood. This is
Mhm.
more of a, given the level of skill I'm seeing here, this feels more like a teaching moment. So it's just going to be like a side to the arm or maybe to the side of the head.
As you like swing the rapier down, it kind of bats at her hand. I'm going to essentially like more
Yeah.
along her wrist, and she almost drops her own weapon. She quickly catches it in the other hand. She gives a little half smile as she turns again and like gets back into a stance. And that sensation of impending doom seems to get closer. You and her are very alike, but very different, like I said. I wonder what it will mean for you when you finally come to meet.
Well,
As
that's a problem for another time, I think. At the moment, I'm more worried about my crew not being killed by this guillotine.
Allow me to provide some assistance with that then. As you see at the base of your rapier, where you are holding onto the hilt, a slight glow as you see a small reddish orange gem seems to have embedded itself into the bottom of the hilt of the rapier. Don't lose that. It took me a long time to get it.
And you give this freely. For what reason?
Isn't nothing is free? Everything has a cost. In this
You
one,
use the word free. You are a man of business.
I am.
You used the word free when I came to you.
You're right. This itself was free. This gift is not as much. But I'm not making you pay anything for it. It's more for observation's sake. I want to see how it works.
So you'll be keeping an eye on me, you mean?
Yes, but more so than I already have been.
Would you mind enlisting some writers, chronicling my adventures, and making sure they get back to Burka? I'm happy to pay for this privilege.
I will see what I can manage
There are
to do.
many back in my hometown that are eagerly awaiting word of my voyages.
I will see what
Our
I can.
voyages.
I will see what I can manage to do.
The seagulls have been fair, but they can only carry so much, you understand.
I understand. Enjoy the gift. Below you, you can see a pair of massive yellow eyes open in the sea of stars, and a giant head of Fosh opens its maw and lifts out of the stars and clamps down over you, and you find yourself back in the marketplace, Fosh holding your hands.
Really, Fosh, you had to end it that way.
Also, this line here, and he like sort of guides his finger along one of your palms, means you will attain great wealth.
How long did that take from our perspective?
Like 45 seconds.
So they've been standing, holding
45 seconds is a
Aaron,
long time.
Yes.
they've
Yeah,
been
they've been
staring
standing.
at guys for almost a minute.
That was
Fosh
really
has been-
intense eye contact, right? It's not
Fosh
just
has
me.
been staring, but like again, the slow blinks of one eye and then the other for 45 seconds. Trent has not blinked the entire time.
Wow, it seems like you two really are connecting.
Question: who here has observation hockey? Give me a perception check, Ren. With advantage.
Advantage.
Asian hockey. What's that? That isn't LP punch stuff.
Oh, I rolled a
Seriously.
saving point. Perception 22.
You looking to Fosh for a moment. You're able to observe an actual like change to where his demeanor and his presence are different. There's no longer this goofy moray eel fish man. There is something decidedly unnatural.
Hmm.
To a degree that's a little scary, because the only other times you've ever felt that were the sensation of hearing Furiosa talk gave you that same feeling. And some small interactions with the captain of the ship.
I think Ren just kind of starts taking some steps back and, well, is there anything else that anybody needs from Bosch here?
Trent's gonna look at the hilt of his rapier.
There is a small red-orange swirl gemstone embedded in its center.
Huh. He's gonna wait until he's away from Foch before he says anything, but he will say something, just away from the creepy eel.
A fly starts buzzing near Foch's head. Foch's head quickly snaps and grabs the fly, and there's an audible, like, gulping sound. If
Trent
there's,
full flinches.
if there's nothing else, he looks
Yeah.
over, gives
No.
pulls out his hand for Corey, gives his hand a shake. I'm going to pretend that you didn't steal those.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He smiles. Of course you don't. Foch's smile, by the way, if anyone has watched Zootopia, it's literally like the sloth smile. It's
Yeah.
that
Flash
takes
is
that
Very
long to
slow.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bosch, great to see you. We're gonna go that direction. I just start walking towards the Love and Storm.
I got a quick question for you, Fosh.
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to steal your business.
Right.
That is too pricey for me right now. But I am willing to pay if you have any leads on any others.
He kind of like tilts his head a little bit. Blinks. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh boy. Luckily, I don't suck at those.
We'll see though. This is the perfect time for me to get a nat 20 for a total of 23.
Ulysses' hand scratches his cheek. I've heard that the hunter has managed to find one that he hasn't given his crew. Give me one
Really?
moment while I grab the one that he took. Because he did grab a specific one that is actually in the book, so I didn't have to make it. Because I'm lazy.
I hope it's something really weird for Jarty.
Oh,
Something that
hold on.
turns his beard into snakes or something like that.
Make his hands wolves.
Wolf hands, perfect. Yes,
Yeah, because we need another person that transforms into monsters.
that's exactly what we need. Yes.
That'll be over half the crew. Literally, he
Look,
got Alice over half the
He
crew.
took a Logia devil fruit by the name of the Goro Goro no Mi. And
Alright.
I suppose in other dialects, the Zap Zap fruit.
Oh. Thanks for letting me know.
If you want to sell it to me, I will give you 25,000 berries for it.
For that information. And he'll pull out because you know how I got my equipment and I have a good amount of wealth built up still.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drop 200,000 berry
He will
on the
take,
table
He will
because that is a significant tip.
he will not even question. He will just take it. And again, puts it into the he puts it towards like the bottom of the stall, and you hear this long sound of falling coins like hitting rock walls and like bouncing off of water.
Me here as a martial artist, like $9,900 left. I'm broke as fuck.
It's important to remember though, the berry to like gold in D&D ratio is a lot
Yeah.
different than you might think.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah,
like
so
100 berry to 1 copper.
Exactly.
So like
I don't have a lot of money. Like I said, I'm broke.
so 200,000 berries is a lot, but it's like 2 gold or something like that. But it's still a lot. Like it's a lot of money to drop.
Well, I mean,
Well, wow.
one piece of gold in D&D is a lot of money, though. When you're
Mhm.
not an
It
adventurer.
really
A,
is. Yeah.
a commoner will probably never see a full like piece of gold.
Yeah.
They might see silver if they're
yeah.
lucky.
Fosh like gives a subtle blink, and then just the one that's looking for you. He's not near these islands, but he's hearing your name. You should be cautious.
I'll keep that in mind.
I would hate to lose a valued customer. He puts the tarp back over the other devil fruit. He goes under again to put it down, and this time you just hear the sound of it just like hitting wood, as if it's just this regular stall. They just puts it back on the shelf, and begins to do the same with the rest of his supplies.
He'll just kind of like tap the countertop. You have a good rest of your day, Bosh.
You as well, my friends. Anything else I could help you all with? If not, I'm going to enjoy my lunch break.
No,
Anyone else?
your lunch.
Scarlet left. She's at the clothing store.
Yeah, because Scarlet is
I
gone.
left.
Yeah. Scarlet and Trent have left.
Gives a little goodbye salute, and Snake heads himself back down. You hear the bottom of that stall door open, and then you hear the sound of descending stairways as Fosh seems to disappear and the door
Boss
closes.
is an
I swear to
Boss
God.
is like a Cthulhu light being, guys.
He only came out for us. Like there's no way he was actually doing business there. He came out just for us.
I mean, obviously.
I think two of us know really what's going on with Fudge.
You and your previous game lore.
As a thing, that gem on your weapon,
Does it look like a tiger's eye?
it does not look like a tiger's eye. That is not what that is.
Okay.
It's the thrill of the fight.
Hold on while I pull up its exact name.
I was like, which one did you give him?
Don't worry, Beth.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think it's one you wanted. It will have an effect on you for your combat abilities. If you attune to it. It is currently not attuned to you, but it is attached to your weapon in case you wish to attune.
Yeah. Attunement takes a long rest, right?
It's an
Attunement
hour.
does takes an hour, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
You can rapid attune, which would take you a minute, essentially would take you a bonus action. But that does have its own drawbacks if you choose to do that.
We're not in immediate like about to die, I don't think. So no, I'm not gonna attune this yet.
What do you have? What you have is an orange citrine.
I'm watching Ryan's face.
The
I'm
orange.
watching Core.
I'm going
Arc.
to just send to you what this does.
Okay.
I'm only sending you the things that it is going to mean for you in this game and not in the other game.
Yes.
You.
Is
Oops.
Frosh completely like closed down at this point in time?
You can no longer see them.
Okay. Core goes over to Ren and passes them 2 syringes.
Oh, thank you. I will. These might be useful later.
Oh yeah.
Tuck them somewhere.
You seem like the tact and the mind.
Usually, yes. But I do think I'm going to. When we meet up with the others, I might give these to some of my friends.
Give them to whoever.
Okay.
I only grabbed them so that you could have them.
Thanks.
Well, you guys, but you seem better equipped for this kind of equipment.
Ren looks to where he has like visible like random bottles and syringes and stuff and goes, "Yeah, I see how you made that connection."
So,
Just it's like unfortunate track marks on Ren's body. He's like, I'm not a drug addict.
You're so right. Oh my god. What was that, Drake?
so, or what'd you think of Fosh?
Seems like Fosh.
That's honestly the most apt description. Yeah.
Something going on with that guy, but not our problem, I think.
Something going on with a lot of people. Coral Pat.
Honestly, there's a lot of things going on in this world.
Just so you all know, he did give me something, and he'll half unsheath his rapier so you can see the stone in the hilt. And he'll say, I think I need to contemplate this more, but I'm pretty sure he just gave me something very powerful. There is definitely something strange about that one. That
mean-
said, he did say that he would be keeping an eye on us, which of course is not a problem for me, but understand that our infamy may spread from here.
Oh, I'm sure people are already aware of us and what we're doing.
And
He's
big
made
guy,
that clear.
you don't want to eat any of those fruits.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Core will head towards the machinist's tent to get the other items.
With all due respect, I think I do.
Have a little bit more faith.
Dreki, you know that I will aid you in your goals, but I want you to be certain because, again, I know very little about these things, but
I
it
know the
seems like there is quite a
cost.
high price.
I know the cost. And for what I'm going for, it's worth taking the price. Because the price of what I'm going to be doing is also just as high, if not worse.
What is it you'll be doing?
Back on Lofoten, I was rudely awakened to what some of the world government likes to do with people they don't think are human or like humans. People like Scarlet. People like Alice. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of it. It's why I'm in trouble. And I'm going to keep getting in trouble because they're people like you, like me, like anyone else. And they deserve to be treated that way.
And what is it the world government does to them?
I don't know if it's them particularly, but there was a captain who took them and sold them off. That's why I'm where I am now. And again, as I told you back at the manor, you guys are gonna get used to that real quick because I'm not gonna stop.
Well, when it comes time, I will trust your choice. And I'll try to make sure that you have that choice placed before you, but until then, make sure that the goals of the crew come first, yes?
Oh, don't worry. I'm keeping in mind everybody on the crew.
If you do find one of the fruits, if you let us at least try to figure out what it does before you eat it. Some of them have I'll say disturbing effects.
Trent will once again scratch the scar on his chest where Pirouette ran him through.
Oh,
Even though
you
that
mean
wasn't
like
technically a
pirouette
devil
or
fruit.
blood control?
That sort of thing, yeah.
As an aside, most of the devil fruits that you've encountered, a lot of their abilities are in their name. Hemi Hemi no Mi being the blood
Oh,
devil
no.
fruit.
Mhm.
As a
Goro Goro
player,
Nobi, the Zap Zap
Zap
fruit.
zap fruit.
I'm super excited to see what the Zap Zap fruit
I-
Oh
does.
yeah, me too.
Can only because of the name. Can I make a roll to get an idea just based off its name?
Well,
What
we
it
know
might
it's a
entail?
Logia,
I'm
if nothing
not
else.
I'm not even going to have to give you a roll for that. It is called the Zap Zap fruit. It is a lightning based.
Uh-huh. Look,
Yeah.
It's called the Goro Goro no Mi. It's a
Uh,
lightning based fruit.
Tret, give me a history check.
Oh, this is not going to go well.
And
I got a 17 on a straight roll.
You know what the Goro Goro no Mi is. It was not referred to as that, but that's a Skypian devil fruit. That was on the Sky Islands.
Oh, that's one of ours, is what Trent will say aloud.
what are yours?
and
Uh,
like he says that more in surprise, like, wait, you know this one?
Originating in the Sky Islands. Yes, we don't call them devil fruits exactly. It's a similar sort of thing, but yes. Lots of swirls around the outside. Um,
I mean, you saw one on Bosch's table. That was one of them.
well, if
Fruit.
half of the things I've heard about this fruit are correct, then okay, perhaps I withdraw my concern over your decision because it's something that's spoken of. I've never seen it in person, but becoming a bolt of lightning, becoming a physical bolt of lightning. Okay, if that's your goal, then I'm going to support you in it because of course I am.
He kind of holds up his hand, clenches it in a fist, and you start to see it crackle with lightning, like almost emanating from himself. And he's not even sure how he does it. To be honest, I don't know how I'm able to do this, and you've seen me do some other things already, I'm sure. But let's just say lightning's not unfamiliar to me.
All I will ask of you is to consider one thing, and just consider
I'm listening.
why has Guillotine chosen to not give this devil fruit to one of his crew already? If it is so powerful, if it is so unique, if it is so rare and frankly stealable, why has neither he nor any of his crew already eaten it? I will not stand in the way of your dreams, but I only ask that you consider before you do something permanent.
Oh, that line of thought hasn't gone past my head. My assumption, and I'm not always. Look, I can't read people as well as everybody else. I tend to like to look at the better of people. I can't with Guillotine. He's already shown how much of a monster he is. I'm not even gonna try. I can only assume it's a matter of his own pride, thinking that he's stronger than that. And he keeps that around just to show that. That's my guess.
There is as this finishes, Scarlet, you find yourself back wearing your new gear.
Mm-hmm. I just like slide up next to Ren, just like I was there the whole time.
Do we,
What do you mean I never left?
out of game question, do we know if any of Guillotine's crew has used a devil fruit?
You know one did.
Right.
Pirouette.
We already in
No, you know two
counted
did.
them.
You
Oh,
know
and
two did.
Rosa. Yeah.
Rosa has also used a devil fruit.
And Ori also confirmed that she has been taking people to the ship
Mhm.
to receive these things
Mhm.
recently as well.
To be fair, you would know that they are the ones that they are imbibing are known as the fake devil fruits,
Right.
Mhm.
but they are based around actual devil fruits.
Yeah. So they
Okay.
have like some of the benefits, but not all of them.
In specific, Pirouette uses the Hemi Hemi no Mi, which is the blood fruit, and Rosa uses the Same Same no Mi, or the shark fruit.
And
Mhm.
mine was derived from the Jara Jara no Mi, the chain fruit. But mine came from an actual fruit that was then
Mhm.
Had the green blood
changed
pulled
and
from it.
alternated. Yeah.
Well, we still have a few things we need to get, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm done with my shopping, so I'm ready for whatever. And so you see she's like in a full like new black like you know the general one piece coats that like hang off your shoulders, and her clasp is what instead of like fully wearing it with like a red sash instead of her skirt and like an actual sports bra underneath the jacket instead of just all the leaves and kelp she was using. But that's
Hey,
the
good
spares
news,
too. So
Scarlet.
hmm.
We have a new goal for getting at guillotine now.
I mean, cool. As long as I get to kill him, I don't really care why we're going after him. Works for me.
Let's just say he has another thing he has in his hands he shouldn't have.
Cool. Well, after I kill him, you can take it. I don't care.
Oh, I intend to.
Perfect. We have to get what more tech shit, right?
Yeah.
And before we end, we're going to do my favorite thing that I like doing is going to a different perspective. Aboard your guys' ship. Uh,
I don't like how this is starting.
Oh,
uh, the door to the hold is opened as Peaches is flung inside and like just rolled down onto the
Mhm.
ground. As just behind him, there's the sound of metal dragging on wood before an axe is lifted and then set onto a massive set of shoulders. A second hand with a gauntlet with another axe blade peeking out of the side, as if a almost like a guillotine styled gauntlet, as the named person kind of leans down to Peaches with a smile on his face. So, you led your new crew here then. You're going to tell me exactly where they are. And if you're not, I'm going to have to find out by taking pieces of you. As Peaches looks up to him, and we get our first look at the sharp-toothed smile of Guillotine, and that's where we're going to end for tonight.
It's okay.
You
Tell him
guys,
everything.
Just let me kill him.
Just tell him everything, Peaches. We don't want to lose you. It's okay.
We went a little long today, which is fine. I'm happy that I got to go a little longer. I'm very, very excited to be doing this more. I have my announcement coming up of, hey, on the opposite weeks that I'm doing this, I'll be probably running a Somnus Domina game coming up soon, TM. It'll probably start up. It will start up after when the new year begins because I want time to prep everything. But now you get to see my darling face twice on Thursdays. Um, Let's go around and see what everyone else is doing, where they can find everyone else. We'll start with our guest, Ark. What are we doing?
Hello, everyone. I am, or have been, Core. Normally, I'm your Gridmaster, Lighthouse Keeper, Lore Rider, Beacon onto all beacons, Arc, or Arc Light Court. Find me all over the internet at Arc Light Court. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and when I'm not here Thursdays. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I am the Power Rangers guy. You want to play Power Rangers? You could find me on Start Playing at GM Arclight Court. I have one shots that I post every week that you could join in and play in that are so much fun. Tomorrow we have Power Rangers Guild Masters, which is a crossover of Power Rangers and Dungeons and Dragons that you could join up now. There's still 2 seats available if you would like. But other than that, that's about it.
Paige.
Hey everyone, I'm Paige, aka Pluto with Laird, all over the internet. I am a lesbian trans woman on a quest to run every game in the known universe. Content-wise on my stuff right now, I have a lot of stuff coming up after PATS because I'm not crazy enough to start any of that now. So besides this, on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Central, I believe. Check Winter's Tales socials to make sure. I'm currently in part 2 for Castleton, a massive 100-person plus Bridgerton / Hunger Games style game. Going on right now. Playing a Naira Bennett. So tune in for that. A lot of fun stuff's happening. I may or may not be in this week's episode. I don't know. We'll see. Beyond that, next episode of my podcast on the same page, Lord On with Friends, is on Monday at 9 p.m. Central on Spotify, YouTube, Podbean, and Amazon Music. And my guest this week is GM Justin. I think that's his handle everywhere on Instagram and stuff. And our topic was spooky attractions in El Paso, which is where he's from. So talked about some general GM stuff and then just talked about some lore from El Paso. It was pretty interesting. So tune in for that. And then I will see you guys at PATS.
Ryan.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I've been playing Dreki. You can find me on the internet by Red Panda Cola. You mostly just find me here, or hanging around Chaotic Games as one of their mods. Right now, Mondays is the only thing they're playing at the moment. The Unprepared, a Pathfinder 2 game where a party just random odd jobs. And they just finish up their season finale of Legends of the Dump, but the VOD should be up, I believe. Otherwise, you find me here. Also, go listen to Paige's podcast.
Do that
Do
shit.
it.
Do that shit.
Do it.
Don't
Rob.
give me praise, Ryan. What the fuck?
You're gonna get praise.
How
Look,
dare you?
You got an NFL player on your damn podcast. Feel pride. That was a damn good episode.
Go, yes, absolutely.
Listen to it.
I guess, yes, you can find me on Twitch and Blue Sky at Math Demigod. I'm kind of away from the Elon Musk app at this time. I'm still technically on there, but I don't really check it anymore. And also, because of some technical difficulties, I am using an older computer right now. So if you want to follow my current video game campaigns, I am running XCOM Enemy Unknown. And I'm also running Dragon's Age, not that one, and not that one either. We are doing Dragon's Age Origins. That's right, Origins, over at youtube.com/gamingmathematically. I've never played any Dragon Age game ever, to the point where I'm calling it Dragon's Age instead of Dragon Age. I've never played a Dragon Age game, and this is going to be my first, so you should definitely come and watch me fail at it.
And last but certainly not least, Luke.
I'm Luke. I've been playing Ren. This is the only place that I'm publicly playing games. I'd be happy to do more. But you can find me having opinions about games with Goodhammer, the Turn Order column. We've got some stuff coming up for the holiday season. We were talking about doing some like gift guides and things. Should be pretty fun. And that's all I do, unless you care about what's happening with crime in Central Illinois, because I'm covering that too.
There's a podcast in that, is all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? And we have one. I'm not lying.
And then there's me. Hi, I'm Javante. I've been your DM. You can find me also on Blue Sky at Javante. I predominantly am starting to post there. I do still post sporadically on Twitter, less than I normally do because I enjoy life and don't want to be in that hellscape. Other stuff that I do. Hi, do you like analog horror, I'm in a podcast called Playback Static where I'm in an analog horror game. It's great. I play Damien, who's a very scared trans boy. It's fun. Other stuff that I'm doing. Currently this and getting casting done for the Somnus Dominant game. And then after that, I don't know. I am also in a few other places quite often. Wanderer's Haven has been the place that I appear a lot. So if you enjoy interesting one-shots, hi, I'm over there. And also whenever Arc is like, hey, I'm running a game and it need people, I'm also same with Paige, I'm also always there. So you can just check me out wherever those are happening. And for the time being, I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff. Because I have a lot more free time than I normally did. So I get to just post a bunch of things, including wrestling stuff, especially with war games coming up. So you'll actually maybe see an entire writing thing about the history of war games popping up on
Hell yeah.
both my social medias. Outside of that, we'll see everyone
Are we
here.
talking about a grim dark one by chance?
Oh yeah, there is a possibility of a grim dark one happening here. Soon TM. I will have more information on that as it happens. Other than that, I'll see you all in 2 weeks' time. Thank you everyone for joining us, and I'll see you all later.
Bye.